Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. As you can see here, I'm fighting Arius and Rhino Spec, Marksman Spec, Supply Specialist, and Speed Specialist. Looking at the initial units, I will go for the Rhino. It has Sabertooth and Fangs. I would prefer Crawlers, but Fangs can be useful too. My opponent, looking at his options, I would probably go for Training and try an Asman build. Maybe. Training with Marksman for Asman is really good. But while you wait for my opponent to make his choice, you could subscribe and help me keep growing the channel. You can see I'm very happy because I've been getting a lot of subscribers in the last few days. And that's great. He finally chose and he went for the Aero spec. With spiders. They really need some buff. Especially for the HE. As you can see here, my opponent doesn't even run the high explosive. A little buff just from minus 45 to minus 40 on damage would make Tarantula a viable shaft clear unit again. Just a small buff. I hope they will give it soon. We should be getting a patch soon. Sometime since we got a patch. You can see me going for the right side here. The other has the wall and had a tower, but my opponent took out his tower here, and he will go on this side while I go on this side, so we will be on opposite sides here. You'll see me putting fangs in here, so they will drown the tower, and it won't insta-shot my Sabertooths, because this tower can kill a Sabertooth. If he manages to land, I think it's 5 shots? No, 6. It has to be 6 shots on the Sabertooth to kill it. You see me also putting my fangs in here, protect this side, and here to protect me against backline assaults. So my front line was a bit deficient on shaft, but that's a problem when my opponent didn't put units in here. And I also went for the hounds, of course, saber hounds. You see him advancing on this side, and my fangs will start working. And thanks to them, I will manage to grab the buff first. See? And now, look at the damage of the fangs! A single pack of fangs. Look at how much damage they are doing. Now they are dead, but that's a lot of damage for a pack of shaft. They killed a lot of crawlers. Those are trying too, but I'm debuffed, so they did their best. You can see here on the Sabertooths. This one has 0 damage, but this one is already at 9k damage. Let's speed this up a little. And 20k damage. Now it's the buff, they will keep shooting the spider doing almost no damage. But now it's dead. And the Sabertooth keeps climbing on the damage. 31k. And finishing with 37k, almost getting a level on the first round. Here, intensive training, as I said before, I like training with hound. Shield is also good, since my opponent doesn't have a dedicated damage unit. So I was between them for a little, then decided to go for intensive to level my hounds. My opponent will go for the shield airdrop, I think. And you'll see me expanding my board to this side. I want to drag his units to this side, so he will fight my army instead of going for my tower. I used the intensive on the hound here, so it can one-shot crawlers. But my opponent is an aerial spec, and he went for an instant overlord. And you can see I don't have the units to kill an overlord. Fangs can kill it, but it will take quite some time for them free-shooting the overlord to be able to kill it. You can see my hounds doing great here, killing the shaft. Got the first debuff again. because he didn't defend this side. He used all his money to get this Overlord. Just saw that just before the Sabertooth killed the spider, the buff happened. The shot was on the way. But let's speed this, and as you can see, things are not going to go well for me, because I don't have anything to deal with the Overlord. So even if I won the ground, I can't deal with the air. And 4,400 damage, not 1,000. 4,000 is my HP. And heavy armor and Wasp Swarm. I will go for the Wasp Swarm. Heavy armor is not interesting for me. In this case, it's air spec with a big air unit, so no reason to put an heavy armor on a Sabertooth. But Wasps can be great when he has no defenses for his backline. My opponent will end up going for heavy armor to put on his Overlord, which is quite annoying. But you see me going here for instant Farseer with AA. Even if this is a bait, which many times it is a bait, the opponent will get an Overlord and then sell it when they can free unlock it, like with Aerial Spec or Giant Spec. Against an Air Spec, having a Farseer with AA, even if he sold it, would be really good. So that's why I instantly went for it, and now I have something that can kill the Overlord. I also put my Wasps in here, so they will go over. I didn't went for this tower because my army is already advancing on here, and if he was going to defend, I think he was going to defend this backline. But he's not going to defend. He's going to annoy me. Units on this deep flank and distracting my Farseer. You can see he put a lot of units on this flank, just where I put my Farseer to deal with his Overlord. And now it will be distracted. I also got a level here on that Sabertooth that I almost got to a level in the first round, but no reason to grab it right now. Don't have the money. You can see my fangs dividing themselves. My Farseer helping the crawlers deal with the units in here, but there are even more crawlers, but AA will make it target the Overlord. And dead just before the debuff. Like 1 or 2 seconds faster on the debuff. I got also both debuffs. On one of those debuffs, and my Farseer could have killed the Overlord. Even if it is a heavy armor Overlord. But now I only have fangs left to try to deal with, and a few wasps. But he's going for my tower and debuff. He's killing a few fangs. My wasps come, but they will die too. But there are still a few fangs here in the back. And they will try their best. Look at the damage. If it was a non-heavy armor, it would already be dead. But it is heavy armor. And it will survive with very little HP. So another 400 damage against me. And here we have some big units. And also marksmen. In this case, I went for the marksman, but I won't invest on them. It was just they were worth good money and they are useful. If he went for some air on this side, now I have a unit that can deal with it, even if I won't invest on it right now. No reason to get AA on both of them, they serve the same purpose. But I sold one, kept another. And I have my intensive training back. You will see me intensive training the Farseer to level 2, also putting hounds here. And the Rhino. I'm Rhino spec and just got my Rhino. So the Rhino here will help deal with the sledgehammers faster and distract them from my crawlers. You can see that I put the hounds here just in the position to shoot here, and a few move up to shoot on this spec. Also grabbed the first damage enhancement, So even level 1 can one-shot Crowder since he didn't get the armor enhancement yet. You see me getting a level, then going back and putting a level on the Farseer. My opponent waited until the last moment and just, I think he lagged or something, and then it just happened all at the same time here on the replay. On the game I didn't notice it. But he sold his Overlord and went for Melters, which are quite annoying for my Saber troops. You see the Marksman working here, but the Fangs were not fast enough and Marksman gets targeted. One more shot and it would be dead. Here I almost got the buff here, but I didn't. Even if that the buff wouldn't be that much of a difference in this case. But now I have my Farseer. It has some good DPS and can kill the Melters if there are units in front distracting it. And now I go for his tower, but he's going for my tower. And worst time ever. He grabbed it and insta-locked my Farseer, the only unit that could kill it. And now he will just kill my units little by little, every single one of them. These things are trying, but single melting point with almost no HP. Just survived only because of the heavy armor on it. He would have died to the Marksman with no heavy armor. Here we have Missile Strike, which could be useful, but not that great considering his units. Wasp Swarm. It's good. I already have one, now I have two. And my opponent, I think, will go for the shield. He will go for the shield airdrop and put it here. And this melting point got a level, so level 2 melting point with heavy armor is not easy to deal with. The other melting point also got a level. You see me putting wasps once again in here, because this path is very clear for my wasps to go, and it's a level 1 tower. This one is a level 2 tower. As I said, shield in here. He wants to distract my units for longer, and I will go for melting points. Sold my Rhino. And I will fight Melters with Melters. Since I wasn't confident that my other units could deal with a level 2 melting point with armor here. More than 100k HP already. So I needed some heavy damage. You can see he putting sledges here to distract my units. Here the shield is a bit annoying, but my Farseer can deal with it. My wasps divided themselves, but as I said, nothing protecting this tower and the buff, which is great for me. Shield is down here. My melting point locked on his melting point here, and even if it takes some time, it dies. So his strongest melting point is already dead. Let's speed this up. Unfortunately, this side will die. Even during the debuff, the melting point can kill units. But my other side is getting... and victory for me. Also grabbing a level on my melting point. Got one on that one, so level 3. Here we have smoke, which can be very good. Additional deployment rate is also very good. Efficient giant, not that good for me. This I didn't want to keep investing in a lot of giants, even if I will grab more another melting point for this, to counter this melting point. You can see me getting more levels on my hounds because he went for the armor. So now with most of my hounds at level 2 or even 3, they can one-shot the crawlers. I'm also putting more chaff in here to distract this melting point. Grabbing armor for my chaff don't get one-shot against his hounds. On this side, both are level 1. This one, it's level 2 already. And see what I said about the spiders? So now his spider is really fast, and now it's with hounds, same as me. And he grabbed another melting point. You can see me putting missiles in here. I think I will put those on the last round. Protect against the wasps, because he could have gotten wasps, same as me. And next round I will have the wasps again. Put a shield in here, I put a shield in here, protect against the smoke, but none of us grabbed the smoke. You can see it's going really well on this side. I'm winning the shaft clear war, and it gives my melter time to kill his melters, while his melters are distracted by my shaft and hounds. And here they are both targeting each other, and my lost. It's a level 1 against a level 2 melter. Debuff. And now I have my melter to level 2 melter to kill his 2 level, actually 1 level 1 and 1 level 2 melter. Grab my tower, but I will grab his. Getting a few walls in front. He target mine a little faster, but I had the tower debuff and mine level 2, he was level 1. So another melter victory for me. Here, none of those units looked really good for me. So, but Void Eye could be useful. And you see what I did. Instant electromagnetic armor, which is great against melting points. The air with Phantom Rays could also be useful, but not that good against Melter, especially if he goes multi-Melter. But Void Eyes are really good against it, so multi-Melters don't do well against them. But he went for electromagnetic barrage on his Melters. I put the wasp in here again, but he put missile this time. This time he's protecting it. He also put a missile in here, kill my shaft in the front. But you can see I grabbed back rage on my hounds, so I killed his shaft really fast this time around. So even with his electromagnetic blasts, that nullified some of my Void Eyes. And if not all of them, it was at 1.5. I still managed to win, mostly thanks to the hounds that killed everything really fast. And when you are in a fight of melting points, what defines the winner is who can get to the enemy melting points faster. In which case, my board is better. Here we had some good spells in Orbital. Others are not that great. Proved Firepower is not that good on a Melter. And with Orbital, with the amount of melting points he has, I had good targets. And you see me putting here, trying to kill both of his Melters. If he got although in this case, this one won't die. It's 70,000 damage, I think. Yeah, so it will kill one Melter. But it was my best choice here, I think. Although I could put it here, even if this got a level. So he could get the level and it would kill only one anyway. You can see him going for even more melters. He wants to multi-melt my board. He also put his javelin here. You see me putting shields. It's mostly to protect against the electromagnetic shots from the... And I grabbed it too. So electromagnetic barrage for my melters too. You see that he changed his level 2 melters for level 1s. So now both died. You can see this melter got electromagnetic. I think it was the Void Eye that's doing it, not the barrage. And I'm winning both sides. And with this, I win the Melter War. The left side won by a lot. The right side, if I only had the Melter left alive at the end. But this one was the one that took the... I killed 2 with the javelin. But I think the main thing of this game here was that I had more hounds and with more techs, so I could clear his shaft faster. I also had more shaft than him. You can see here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crawlers. Actually, 10 crawlers and 3 fangs. And he had 2 on the side, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 crawlers and 1 fang. So more crawlers, more shaft clear units. I just had less melters. I had a lot of melters, but melter can't save you if you don't have protection against electromagnetic on them. And if my melters target them first, since they are multi-melters, they have less range. So if we both clear each other's shaft, which was what happened on this side, my melter will target and kill his melters because it has more range. But that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed. And don't forget to like. I never ask it at the beginning, but I can ask it at the end. And I will see you on the next game.